And I just want to say, I go back with Noah some many years now, several years. And as far as I've known him, he keeps surprising me left and right with the content, the endless content that just keeps coming out of you. You're honestly one of the most talented rappers I've ever come across. I've seen a lot of
Thank you, brother.
people, and you just hit it on the spot. You always hit it with some kind of a message that really hits home, and I just wanted to say that. And, this whole platform that's coming together for music, very not just not just cool, but it's actually important, that something like this would emerge, where you can use blockchain to get the funding you need to get the connection, that the reach that you're looking for, and get people really not just listening to your music but actually involved with you, at some degree. And I think it's really brilliant. So whoever has the Q York token is going to be pretty fortunate, I think.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, let me just change my view so I can see me a little bigger. Okay. So Billie and I are here together. Thanks for inviting us as a speaker. It's always great to be able to share, not just our story, but what we're working on today, which connects to the whole music thing. So I'm a songwriter. I've been a songwriter most of my life. And I've done several different types of projects, like, short films and school songs, like alma mater kind of stuff. And I've done, a real estate company and some social media influencers like Speedbag Scissorhands, who's an influencer in the boxing world, that made his theme song. And where I met Billie was when I was working on um, a person named Angelina Povarnik from MTV Jersey Shore. She was one of the main cast members for the first 2 seasons. And I made her comeback song called I'm Hot in 2010. And while I was working on her comeback song, Billie happened to be her publicist. And Billie is a celebrity publicist, an event producer. And that's where our journey started together.
Yeah, long time ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I know how he's doing.
Doing good, Billie. It's good to see you
So-
guys.
Same here.
So thanks for letting me talk about our project, because the exciting thing about this is what's happening with blockchain in the world today is going to spin into so many dimensions that no one has even conceived of before. But now it's going to be like, it's going to be insane what's going to happen now as a side effect to what you're doing here with the music and what we're now doing as a side effect of how we met through our music experience, but with the medical side of the world, where people can get access to actual cures and treatments and stuff that they didn't even know existed or could exist. So I'm trying to think the best place to start here. So with the platform that you're promoting on, this gives people the ability to actually buy a token on a platform
Yes.
for a specific artist or their project.
Yes.
This is a huge compliment to each other, what we're doing, and what you're doing, because we're doing the same thing on the medical side now, where an innovator, like imagine an artist in science, okay? Like a music artist, this is a science artist, somebody who can find different notes of the universe and put together a song, which you can call a cure or you can call a treatment. And now they did all the work. The artist already wrote the song before showing it to people and selling it, right? Your song is done. They're not investigating before your song was done. So someone who already wrote their song, they already made their cure, they already have their medical technology. Now what do they need to commercialize? They need that money, right, to afford the commercialization process. And normally they would go to Shark Tank, some investors, or they would go to Big Pharma and see if they'll invest in their company. And that's usually where things stop. They don't get enough money, or someone else has a different plan.
So
With
the
our platform,
Big Pharma is kind of like the major record labels. Yeah.
right?
Kind of.
That's exactly.
Exactly.
So-
Well said.
Yeah. So we're this is a different kind of music right now, but this is music that will make people live longer, and it's a result to kind of, it ties in together with the whole music and entertainment. We'll get into that, but that's exactly correct. So this is where the medical innovators, the songwriters of science, are going to be able to showcase to the world, not just their own country, their technology. Maybe it's a special skin cream, maybe it's a cure for disease, and they can show the world what they have. They're going to put an offering of a very limited supply of, like a concert ticket. You could buy a concert ticket, or you could buy a boxing match months before the actual event. It's called a reservation, right? Like a hotel, like a book for next month. You can book your medical treatment early before it's ready to be distributed. and on our platform. This will give the innovator the ability to generate the money that they need, and it gives the people direct access to what they're inventing. Go ahead.
You know, I have something to add to this, Noah. You know, I cut my teeth in the music industry back in 2008. Music has been my life as well. And watching Andy have his own blockchain that backs the healthcare with medical innovations, I got to read through all of the things that your platform here and everybody here that you guys are doing. It really does tie in together. Only for one reason I see tying the music with the token is I was privy to work on some of the major concerts, you know, Live Nation, couple of things that are going on, and now cryptocurrencies even being accepted in these concerts. So that's that's a revenue stream that, you know, music artists, leaders are trying to acquire. I watched the music industry go from 360 deals to independent deals to Virgin Records to all of it, just really 220, that 2000, so I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather today, so forgive me. The year 2020 had changed the music industry forever. You had concerts that were canceled. You had people not knowing what they were going to do, so they turned over to live streaming. If you didn't make a lot, that was the only way the music industry made money, was live streaming. Now, what it's turning into is not just buy a ticket on Ticketmaster, but literally you can use your crypto wallet. So it's really important that you have a platform that will back the music. Like we have a platform that will back science and medical innovations. So bringing the music and bringing new treatments to fruition together, that is the power. That's powerful.
It's like two sides of the same dice.
Correct.
We make you look good, you make us look good. We all together make the good side of blockchain look good and beneficial for everybody.
And monetize on it, because you know, everybody knows that the actual talent, you know, like yourself, Noah, you probably out of iTunes, Spotify, everything you own, how much do they give you? This month?
They give us
So
the
literally
crumbs.
the sponsors own you. You don't even own your music anymore. You know, that's the shame of things. I've watched a lot of great artists. Dua Lipa, you know, I'm friendly with. I could go on. I don't, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, drop names, but I've known that they had to go out of the bubble to think on how they can actually make more money for being exhausted, literally tour after tour. So Andy's blockchain, his company, AEVOLVE, had to figure out how to make money for the innovators. So it's the same platform, just different industry, but it can come together. And that's
definitely.
I'd like to say something else on the other side of the coin. No pun intended, but kind of was. So while it makes money for the innovators, it also makes the people themselves an investor by default, in a sense, because by owning the token, when the value is going up, you're essentially making money. So let's say, for example, there was some kind of a treatment that, you know, for psoriasis, let's say, some kind of new skin thing that, you know, that's going to be available. And, you know, so now you're going to go onto the platform, you want to reserve it. There's, let's say, 10,000 of them or 100,000 available out of the millions of people who need it for the buy it early, right? Like buying a PlayStation 5 before it sold out, before it was ready, right? Same kind of concept. You know, so what happens is, not only are they making the money for selling their products, kind of like a prepaid waiting list. So there's no risk because they have the money to afford what they got to do. But owning the token, because of the fact that the value goes up, because they're going to be selling X amount of dollars in their treatments, which is going to be held no matter what they use, it turns into our token for the escrow. So it's held, that all that money is held in our token for months before the reservation is redeemed. So let's say I bought a psoriasis treatment for my cousin. And then let's say for, you know, I needed some money, or maybe he just didn't need it anymore. I wanted to make sure he was one of the first. For the first time in history, I took medical and turned it into a digital asset. I could push a button on my cell phone. It liquidates into my bank account. I might have made money because the value went up, and then someone else gets the reservation, gets the spot. You know, so this is what we created. And the name of our token is called AEVOLVE Bang. It's already trading. The more that we support like this music platform, the more that we support this medical platform that we're doing, the more adoption that will be created, and these things will be the reality that we're all envisioning, you know? So that's why I was glad to be able to share an opportunity on what we're doing and how does it connect how does all this connect to the music and the entertainment industry? I wanted to share with you one of our videos, which is one of the latest events that we did that Billie actually produced herself. The event all the way to the video itself, to give you an idea of the movement that we're actually establishing right now. We're taking what was once known as boring, intimidating science
and making it sexy.
Yep, into an exciting global movement of life-saving and extending medical innovations with influencers, celebrities. We just had 50 Cent performing to our guests. You know, Blockchain Week. We have a couple minutes. So let me play that really quick. I'm going to share my screen.
Let's go, Andy.
Thank you. Okay, and we're going to this one. Okay, let me know if you can see it. I'm going to do a quick.
We can see it.
Okay, I'm going to mute and do a quick sound check just to make sure you hear me. Wait a second, back to meeting. Yeah, we had Lil Pump and Blueface at that one. We did 50 Cent at a different one. We're really starting to initiate our global movement right now. So, you know, I mean, should I leave information to reach out to us?
Yeah. Okay. And then if you guys, Andy and Billie, maybe I can, if you guys, are you guys on Telegram? Maybe guys can add you to our music token chat, so you guys can stay in the loop. And then we kind of do have weekly calls, but if you guys feel free to join. All right, here goes a question. All right, a question from Anthony Vassi. With much of the narrative and premise of crypto being about sovereignty, how do ownership rights work in the medical industry when new innovations are licensed to the health sector with respect to the blockchain?
So with our platform, the way that it works is so instead of the traditional pathway where you would sell your equity, you would sell a piece of your company away, right? That's not going to happen anymore. The innovator can keep their company, they can keep their control. They don't have to risk being able to get their science to the world, right? The way they do that is they utilize our platform in the same way that you can go on eBay. If you want to sell something to somebody through their platform, right? There's their medium exchange. We are a global marketplace for medical innovation where they will sell basically the reservation, the future event for their product or service is in the form of an NFT. So it's an actual token itself. And the money they spend to buy it is actually escrowed together with the NFT in their own possession. So they're actually holding your own money the whole time. Now, because of the fact that each company is going to sell millions and tens or more millions of dollars in their technologies to people, all that money they're making is ultimately escrowed in our token for months and months and months per product, per company, until that reservation is redeemed, right? And therefore that increases the value. So by owning the token, so not only do you have access to these first dibs access to everything coming out on our platform, and we will attract all the newest medical innovations, but you will actually have a financial opportunity in itself, because the value of the token goes up, just like it did with Bitcoin or any other token that everybody's starting to play with, right? So the opportunity is in the token itself by owning it.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, there's other opportunities that you'll see coming up. We're actually launching something called a one-click wallet. Right now, there are some very savvy crypto people out there, but there's a lot more people who are intimidated by the savviness and don't know how to set up a wallet, Trust Wallet, MetaMask. It's all confusing. It's all intimidating. So we made it very simple, almost like a crypto for dummies version, where all you do is you go to the one-click wallet app and you just type in your username and password to authenticate to one of your social medias to authenticate your identity. As soon as you click, you have a wallet set up for you. It's done. And it's a multi-protocol wallet. So for people who know what that means, You can have Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain tokens in the same wallet. You know, it's also multilingual, so you'll see multiple languages, and you know, many other features that are very unique that no other wallet on earth has so far. And we're basically connecting it all. The one-click wallet is going to be the simple, easy solution, you know, to acquiring AVEX and managing it, trading it, and all that. And it's a lot of fun too. It's
See if
really
you can
nice.
put it on the screen. The
Yes.
AVEX wallet.
Let me see if I could do it from here. Hang on a second. Go
Somebody
here.
says here, is that correct? The total supply is 65K? I think Tino asking.
Are you talking about, what are you talking about? Okay, our AVEX Bang token, which you can see on CoinGecko, it's trading on PancakeSwap. It's live right now. It's a baby. We just launched it a few weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, something like that. It's a baby. Right now we have about 1,000 wallets set up. We're very exclusive. We're about to, as you can see from this video, and many other things that we can show you, press releases, things, we're about to initiate a really loud campaign that's going to go across the planet. People are going to be the talk of the talk of the world for medical, you know, innovation. So right now it is a baby, and that's why it's the most opportune time, because you can just see our trail of activity and what we've been doing and what we're gearing up to. And this is what it is before we got loud.
Yeah. Tino, I think that there was an AVEX token, but the new one is AVEX Bang, if I'm correct, right?
So there was an original AVEX token, and then we
clarify.
the ERC20. There was an original AVEX without the exclamation mark.
It has to have the exclamation point.
The exclamation mark is called Bang, just like a hashtag or a number sign is called a hashtag. So the original AVEX, we're basically phasing out because we decided to go to DeFi, but all the original AVEX holders end up with AVEX Bang. So the AVEX by itself is the old version. We have a new technology that allows us to do what I just explained with the NFT reservations that holds your money together. There's a lot of features.
Yeah, so when he was asking me about the 65,000 total, he just directed.
You're talking about the old AVEX, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we have a new token with for the DeFi exchange. And people seem to be really happy with that direction because that's actually more catered to what blockchain was meant for privacy.
Right, so, another question from Tino. I said, is that a BSC or an ERC20 token?
Be happy to know that we have both. Yeah, and there's this whole tokenomics discussion that I don't know if we have enough time to go into but we have an ERC, we have an AVEX Bang ERC20 and an AVEX Bang BSC, and there's a reason for both that's actually very exciting, where people are going to be able to get not just the value in the token itself, but generate money where they can stake the tokens for a while and generate money. But just like a mortgage, I could lock myself into in a house, right? It's what, a 30-year mortgage or something, and then if you want to move in a couple years, you can still sell the house. So we're gonna do very creative things for everybody to get excited about, multiple areas to participate.
Yes. Amazing.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to type in the chat.
Yeah, type in the chat anything, and then maybe you could share a little bit. I mean, I know, of course, this is about AEVOLVE and AVEX, but maybe you could also share about what was I going to say? About the molecule that your family invented. Yes, your father invented.
All right, thank you for asking. I love talking about it. Okay, so my father was in the science community a pretty well-known scientist. He has dozens of patents and published papers and the whole nine. Dr. Stanley Stein. You could look him up and you see he's a real deal scientist. Molecular geneticist, microbiologist. He was with the lead scientist at Hoffman LaRoche and Schering-Plough when they invented interferon, which is the first antiviral treatment for hepatitis C. That was my dad. In the 90s, my father, he did a lot of things, but I'm just pointing out a couple highlights just to be fast.
Mm-hmm.
But in the 90s, when he was working on his single-strand RNA virus project, because that's 95% of the viruses on Earth, including all mutations of coronavirus, he destroyed the HIV virus in the 90s, 7 published papers and a patent on it. We're working on something right now for all COVIDs, for a programmable enzyme that will, intracellular, it will actually go to the cell, get in the cell, and destroy the virus from inside the cell. We're developing that right now. But the science that Noah was just referencing is is a synthetic molecule that my father invented that we turned into a product called Beta Clear that removes beta amyloids, which is a toxic protein in the blood, from the body using a dialysis machine. Beta amyloids lead to a number of diseases, including Alzheimer's, with the plaquing on the brain, type 2 diabetes, which is beta amyloids blocking insulin receptors because for some phenomenon, some unknown reason, that beta amyloids and insulin look the same to the receptors. So it's just binding to the wrong stuff. Cataracts is beta amyloids on the eyes. So what we ultimately did, and I don't know how many, if it's just, you were mentioning the Philippines before, we had an opportunity to develop our technology in the Philippines because number one, the United States designed the protocol over there for the FDA. Number two, you pay local prices because, $1 is like 45 pesos. So, we can go longer.
Yeah.
So we started Amolex in the year 2010. In 2011, August of 2011, we were invited to the FDA system in the Philippines to develop our technology over there. Fast forward a whole movie of stories that we can always dive into. At the beginning of 2018, our technology, Beta Clear, invented by my father and developed in the Philippines, became the first medical device FDA approval of its kind in the history of the Philippines. So we kind of made history over there too. And basically, a patient would have a dialysis procedure, not 3-4 times a week like people do, for the kidneys and whatever. A one-time treatment every maybe year or several years, depending on how long it takes to build up to dangerous levels. When the blood goes in the machine, this magnet that my father invented, it's like a magnet / Velcro, like to beta amyloids. It pulls out the beta amyloids before the blood goes back in the body. So it's like a detox. We just remove we remove the problem. So in 2018, that's when we started AEVOLVE. But that's what the science does. And AEVOLVE was to fund the rest of this. But the science is basically to attract a protein in the blood that's causing a lot of problems in our bodies at some point. And it doesn't it's not a drug. There's no, nothing goes in the body to affect it. So it should be safe. And there shouldn't be any side effects because nothing goes in the body.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. And I'll type
Round
the
of
website.
applause, yo.
Thank you. So hopefully you'll be a part of our mission. We'll be a part of yours. Thank you for Nikita. I saw that. And thank you, Anthony. I saw that. I saw it before.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, you could type in the chat. How do people, follow you guys, find you guys? Yeah.
Mitchell on Insta.
Yeah. So so do you do an @ or something?
No, it's Billie_Mitchell.
Okay.
On Insta.
Billie_Mitchell.
And Insta.
On IG.
On IG.
Yeah, on IG. Okay.
And then your websites.
Okay.
And yours.
Yeah.
Your IG.
Okay. www.aevolve.health. The other one is www.avexforlife.com. That's our AVEX for Life campaign.
Yeah, you got to watch that. You got to see that site. That's great, guys.
Mhm.
No, I'm really happy that you asked Sandy and I to jump on. I remember the last time seeing you, we were rap battling.
Oh yeah. You had some lines though. Billie goes hard.
I grew up in studios. What can I tell you?
Yeah. No joke.
I picked up water juice.
On the next session is going to be a Noah Billie battle.
Yeah, let's do this, Noah.
Let's go.
But I left Billie's email on there. She's our director of public relations. She's the one to reach out to about the project. Anything. There is a friends and family because of Noah early round thing going on. That's for a limited time. And then there's the exciting stuff there. If you want to know anything, just reach out.
And also how I can help you guys.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Billie. Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I want to add you both to our Telegram group, and then there's a it's just, I think it's just a little late now in Asia because like half the team
we
are in
know.
Asia.
We work with Manila. Our team is in Manila.
Amolex is based out of Manila.
So yeah. But honestly, anything I can do to help this platform grow, and that's what it's about. Everyone here listening to us, I got into public relations because I was so tired of trying to find the right people to promote my modeling agency. I started with a modeling agency and supplying models for all of the hip hop industry. And then I wanted to branch out, right? And I'm like looking around and everybody was just BS to me. I'm like, wait a second, I
Yeah.
have the contacts. I don't know how the know-it-all, the know all of it. I was listening to
Yeah.
your story, the struggles real, especially in the music industry, any business that you're gonna start, and my thing was looking at the whole PR industry, and I'm not saying that not everybody's, what they say they are, but you can't run your business better than you run your own. And music
Yeah.
industry, the same thing. It's your talent. You want to promote, it's emotions, you want to let things out and people follow it. And like, listening to your story and hearing everything that you accomplished, I'm only be more than happy to help anyone on this platform, because that, again, getting back to what I was saying, reason I got into PR was I just really love helping people. I love watching movements and seeing the growth. And next time when we get on, I'll explain to you about Generation Global Hip Hop, which I'm with Nelson Mandela's grandson, Indaba. We're in 67 countries, hip hop, keeping the culture alive. I'm the director of United States, the entire United States. They put on my back. Great. They couldn't give me
Wow.
Costa Rica.
You can do it.
I can do it. But it was really, I just feel when I looked at your deck and I saw everything, I was like, finally, somebody actually speaks up, So yeah, great.
Well,
That's
thank you
it.
so much.
You're welcome.
We
You can
appreciate,
find
I know
me
you both are so busy, and, truly appreciate y'all time, Yeah.
Same. And thanks everybody for watching. And
Yeah.
if you want to reach out, Billie's email, bm@aevolve.health, is right there in the chat. So
Cool. Cool.
yeah. Good luck
Once
with
again,
everything.
round of applause. Round of
Thank you.
applause.
Oh,
And for Noah.
Billie Mitchell, Andy Stein.